light chapter says about the light. So when we say light, we mean light is a type of energy which gives us the sensation of sight. So first let me see what are the content here. What makes things visible? Laws of reflection. Regular and diffuse reflection. Reflected light can be reflected again. Multiple images. Kaleidoscope. Sunlight, white or colored. What is inside our eyes? So it is the eye, diagram of eye. So chapter 16, light. The world is largely known through the senses. The sense of sight is one of the most important senses. Through it, we see mountains, rivers, trees, plants, chairs, people, and so many other things around us. We also see clouds, rainbow, and birds flying in the sky. At night, we see the moon and the stars. You are able to see the word and sentences printed on this page. How is seeing made possible? So this paragraph gives an overview of how we see things around us. Okay, the main idea which this paragraph is giving is that only how we are seeing the things. There's so many things around us, and how is it possible to see these things. So what makes things visible? Have you ever thought how we see various objects? You may say that I see the objects, but can you see an object in the dark? So this is important because people usually say we see by our eyes, but that is partially true, because if we can see with our eyes, but still we are not able to see the things when it is dark. So we can see the objects only when light is present. It means that when darkness is removed by the presence of light, then only things are visible. So it means that eyes alone cannot see any object. It is only when light from an object enters our eyes that we see the object. Okay. So it is the light, the property of light makes us enable to see the things. The light may have been emitted by the object or may have been reflected by it. So there are two things. So either direct source of light that we can see, light is coming from suppose a candle. So we see that candle, so it is visible. Or when candle is on or bulb is on, then we can see anything that is present in front of us. So that makes things visible. So if light falls on the object, it gets reflected and it reaches our eyes and we see that object. You learnt in class 7 that a polished or shiny surface can act as a mirror. So we know what mirror is. Okay, so it is very common thing and everywhere it is used. In most of the places it is used. So what is mirror? So mirror is a shiny surface that reflects anything or that reflects light. The and it forms the image of the object which is in front of it. A mirror changes the direction of light that falls on it. So the direction of light is changed. So it is visible. So it means the mirror property is reflection. Reflection is a property of mirror. So any light that falls on it is reflected back. Or if it is falling on certain angle, it will be reflected back with that angle that we will see later. So here it is like anything that any light which falls on the mirror will be reflected back. So what it say here is, it is saying a mirror changes the direction of light that falls on it. Can you tell in which direction the light falling on a surface will be reflected? Let us find out. Now, for understanding this, or in order to understand this, we have to understand the laws of reflection. Okay, so be clear what it is saying. It is saying we see things. How? Because of the light. Okay, with our eyes only, but because of the presence of light, we see the objects. And what is reflection? What is mirror doing? For that, we have to know the laws of reflection. So there are two laws of reflections that we will do now. After striking the mirror, the ray of light is reflected in another direction. This we know. Suppose if you switch on the torch on a mirror, you can see the focus of the torch, or the light of the torch rather. You can see the light of the torch on another wall on the other side of the mirror. So how it happens? Because whatever light you have thrown on the mirror is diverted towards the other side of the mirror, and you can see that light on the wall. So after striking the mirror, the ray of light is reflected in another direction. The light ray which strikes any surface is called the incident ray. So this is important definition you have to learn. What is incident ray? Incident ray are those rays which strikes any surface. Okay, those rays are incident ray. In terms of mirror, the rays which strike on the mirror surface is called the incident ray. Next definition is reflected ray. The ray that comes back from the surface after reflection is known as the reflected ray. So these two rays are definitions are very important. So you have to know these two rays. Then we will see the laws of reflection. So incident ray, the ray of light which strikes any surface is incident ray, and the ray of light that comes back from the surface after reflection is known as the reflected ray. Now see what it is in the colored. A ray of light is an idealization. Okay. In reality, we have a narrow beam of light which is made up of several rays. For simplicity, we use the term ray for a narrow beam of light. So it made it clear that a ray of light is idealization, means it is practically not so easy, or very difficult, or rather say impossible to have a single ray of light. Okay, so but for a study we say ray of light, but actually we take a beam of light which can have multiple rays, okay, passing with the beam. So it says that, so draw lines showing the position of the plane mirror. So now it is, before definition or defining the law, it is saying what the law means. So with the help of scale and set squares, it is trying to create the lines. Means this is a mirror. I have to say, then I will say this is a mirror. This is a 90-degree from the mirror is called normal. Okay, this is normal, and this is pole, P, pole of the mirror. So the light is coming from this side, and after reflection it goes through this line. So this means a ray of light is coming here. So this is incident ray. Yes, correct. Incident ray and reflected ray. Now we will read. Draw lines showing the position of the plane mirror, the incident ray and the reflected ray on the paper with the help of your friends. Remove the mirror and the comb. Draw a line making an angle of 90-degree to the line representing the mirror at the point where the incident ray strike the mirror here. So it will be normal. This line is known as the normal to the reflecting surface at that point. The angle between the normal and incident ray is called angle of incidence. Okay, angle I. It is not between the mirror and the line. See, it is between the ray and the normal. So this, yes, not both the rays. Here it is angle of incidence. Okay. Here it is angle of reflection. Okay. This is angle of incidence from this normal to this line. And this is angle of reflection from normal to this reflected ray. The angle between the normal and the reflected ray is known as the angle of reflection, denoted by angle R. Measure the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection. Repeat the activity several times by changing the angle of incidence. Enter the data in table 16.1. So it has given some activity to measure the angles of incidence and angle of reflection. Okay, and note it in the it is saying repeat the activity several times by changing the angle of incidence and measure the angle of reflection and put it in a table. So do you see any relation between the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection? Yes, angle of incidence is equal to reflection. We change. So anywhere it will be the same. Okay. So the laws of reflection will remain same. So up to the higher classes, whenever you will read light chapter, it will be same because this is a law. It will not change. So this is here the law. Okay, it is written here. So are they approximately equal? First line was, do you see any relation between the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection? Are they approximately equal? If the experiment is carried out carefully, it is seen that the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, so this is one of the law of the reflection. The angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, this is first law, you have to learn it. So let us perform another activity on reflection. Now, here is a question. What would happen if I threw the light on the mirror along the normal? So when a light is thrown on the mirror on the normal, okay, along the normal, it will be reflected back in the same direction from which it is coming. Okay, because angle of incidence is 0, so angle of reflection will also be 0. Okay, so that is done. Let us perform another activity on the reflection. Okay, now here, when the whole sheet of paper is spread on the table, it represents one plane, the incident ray. The normal at the point of incidence and the reflected ray are all in this plane. Now it is trying to bring out a new point that I can tell you here from this figure. Now you say a few things here. The reflected ray is here, normal is here, and incident ray is here. Okay, so the reflected ray, normal, and incident ray, all these lie in the same plane. Okay, the same plane means the same plane. If it is a paper, paper is the plane. So same plane it will be, all be. It will not be go to other directions. It will lie on the same plane. So here it says, it indicates that the incident ray, the normal at the point of the incidence. It indicates that the incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. This is another law of reflection. So two laws of reflection is here, right? Thank you.